Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to comic analysis and real-world implications within issue 1. Starting in chronological order with the woman in the beginning who's recording as a history teacher. She's presumably talking about Bitch Planet and refers to space and potentially Bitch Planet, obviously, as the mother who receives us, while Earth is the father who has cast you out. This alludes to a significant divide in between gender roles that is eventually shown in deeper context throughout the series. She also refers to the 7 deadly sins, which are the apparent reasons why women are sent to Bitch Planet in order for their cancer not to spread to other people. Later on in the issue, when we're first introduced to Bitch Planet, we see that the guards beat prisoners at the slightest sign of noncompliance. In the first issue alone, 3 women are brutally beat for their noncompliance, and Marion's throat is sliced at the very end after a woman named Violet attempts to rescue her from torture through the use of the Catholic, which is an apparent torture device used in the prison. This shows a complete intolerance for noncompliance of any kind, as Penelope was beat for complaining that her uniform wouldn't fit her, and Marion was beat just for explaining that she did not belong on Bitch Planet. And then later on, there are men in the middle of the issue who discuss women's lack of self-realization in general. In the scene immediately following the reader's first encounter with Mr. Collins, we see 2 men in an unknown location talking about Marion's request to speak to someone in charge, and presumably discussing the women in general who are subjected to containment in Bitch Planet. One of the first things they let off with is the lack of self-actualization the women have, claiming that they are ignorant of their sins. They then proceed to run the Catholic, the torture device used by people on Bitch Planet in an attempt to change the perspective of the women contained in the prison.